Aloha, everyone. Thursday's market saw our overall market continue to act exceedingly well. The New York Stock Exchange up 0.46%. The S&P 500 up 0.49%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up 0.46%. The Nasdaq up 0.63%, leading the way, which is very nice to see. And the Russell 2000 up 0.53%, following closely behind. As you can see, overall, every index looks great. I tell you what, short term, we're pretty extended. We really haven't had a whole lot of down sessions. So, you know, instinct would tell me to expect a pullback. Reality might be the complete opposite, and we may get so overbought that we just stay overbought and keep trending higher, especially with all the breakouts everywhere that I see. I mean, even the IPO land, there's just so many stocks that are just showing up on my scans with actionable signals. It's almost, it's pretty hard to digest some of them, but I mean, they're just everywhere out there. Little ones, and there's big ones, and then there's old familiar ones. I mean, it's just everywhere. So we'll continue to watch the development of the market, but everything looks good. However, there are some things that don't look good. RM. RM is closing down below the 50-day moving average again on heavier volume. I would normally say that this stock was up a ton to not sell at all. Remember our example in FLT, lesson learned. If you have a long and you are still in a stock and you have a gain of 100%, you should never sell that thing until it closes below the 50-day moving average. And as you can see on 127, we sold 128% gain, and now I'm kicking myself in the butt. However, this time RM, it's pretty ugly, and we only, I think, have like a 15% gain from our long signal. So it's time to go ahead and exit all of it. It's not a big deal. Bye-bye RM. Also, Fossil closing below the 50-day moving average. That's another 25% that has to come off. And TPL, I kind of thought, I didn't kind of. I knew I should have sold some this day, as TPL got very parabolic on the short term. That's a weekly. That shows it best. And definitely needed to be sold. However, the volume on that day wasn't the heaviest in the uptrend, so I was going to wait for a close below the 10-day moving average. However, the heavy volume sell-off now is throwing the stock right to the 10-day moving average, and since it's erasing that day of gains where I was thinking about taking 25% off the table, we're going to go ahead and exit 25% now, so TPL is a 25% sell. Two new long signals tonight. Baidu is giving a long signal right off the 50-day moving average, back-to-back pocket pivot points, so going to have to heed that siren call of Baidu. And then QLYS, it's another one of these. Remember ARWR, how I passed on it whenever it looked nice because of lower volume? Well, QLYS doesn't look as nice as ARWR, but the way it's moving off the 50-day moving average following this huge accumulation day, tight trading pattern, and more accumulation yesterday, follow through to that today. Lower below average volume, still don't care. I want to get long this stock, so QLYS is going to be a new long. And then also GWPH has given an add signal, so GWPH, we are going to go ahead and add to that stock. 2%, I was going to do 5%, but I think GW, we're going to find out right now, GWPH has earnings still to come up. If it doesn't, oh, MarketSmith doesn't want to work right now. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and leave it at if GWPH has earnings still to come, it's going to be a 2% position. If earnings are out of the way, GWPH is going to be a 5%er. It's got a strong enough setup that I feel confident doing it. I wish it had better fundamentals, but we're trying to throw that up, and it's just not going to come up. So we'll go ahead and end the video on that note. Have a great Friday, everyone.